Picture this. The boogie down Bronx, NYC, 1970s. Like a rose that grows from a crack in the concrete, hip-hop emerged from the streets. Rap, rhythm and poetry, metaphors, punchlines, rhyme schemes, and inner city dreams. Block parties with DJs playing funk-filled break beats, an MC chanting, getting the people on their feet. If the MC told partygoers to wave their hands in the air or repeat something that he said, that's exactly what they did. And that's the power of hip-hop. Everybody say, ho!
Hip-hop, rap first started to emerge in New York and the Bronx in the 1970s.
From the very beginning, rap represents the voice of the marginalized.
Latinos, Afro-Latinos, African, Caribbean, African-American.
Hip-hop music reflected the attitudes of the community in the South Bronx. It reflected the need for a positive outlet for the youth in a community that was disintegrating because of the effects of urban renewal, because of the kind of destruction of parts of the community with the construction of the Cross Bronx Expressway.
So they were growing up in a crumbling world around them, really. This is what they were seeing. No one was investing in them. No one was really giving them much, and they wanted to talk about that and express that in their music.
There are 5 elements of hip-hop. Number 1, the DJ. The DJ is the one who moves the crowd, who enlivens everyone and gets everyone excited about the music. Number 2, you have rapping. So that's the lyrics, that's the story, and putting that on the beat. Number 3, you have dancing. Dancing is all about hip-hop culture and expressing yourself through movement. Then you have graffiti. Graffiti was huge in the 80s and 90s. And it was putting your art, your lived experience, once again, on the wall. And then the last one is consciousness and sharing your lived, authentic self through the music.
Hip-hop began creeping out of the confines of neighborhood blocks, and in the 80s, made a splash into the mainstream with acts like the Sugar Hill Gang and Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five.
In the mid-1980s, you have the crossover success of Run DMC, who not only become popular with kind of broader American youth market, but also are introducing things like marketing and other elements of merchandise and fashion that continue to be important in contemporary hip-hop.
A lot of East Coast rap was still talking about what was happening day to day, but it was less grit than the West Coast style that was really talking about a day-to-day that no one really wanted to hear about.
It no longer is the dance music. It is the music that challenges you to think about someone's experience of inequity. Their narrative is a direct challenge to institutions like police, like schools. And that's when you have NWA, who says, this is what I'm experiencing on my daily, on my block, and I'm frustrated, and it's not okay.
Hip hop and rap has always been a vehicle for speaking truth to power.
While 2 Live Crew becomes a wonderful symbol of the battle for First Amendment rights, you also have Queen Latifah developing Ladies First and articulating lyrics of women being mistreated within an industry that's talking about mistreatment. They are no longer simply a dance music, but a message music that is designed to be in your face, to be confrontational, and create community in the upset.
When it's controversy, people want to know more about it. So when it became a part of the political landscape, more people actually started listening to it.
As hip-hop became more popular, it brought all of its attitude, slang, style, innovation, and authenticity right along with it, taking over airwaves, runways, and TV screens, breaking racial and economic barriers. Hip-hop didn't just influence pop culture, it became it.
You have artists like Jay-Z, Dr. Dre, and then Puff Daddy, who creates bad boy entertainment. This idea of, here is my hip hop collective. Now we're moving that collective into incorporation. We are an entity. Then you have artists who are building an international brand like a Missy Elliott. So hip hop no longer is about simply self-expression or the party. It is also about building wealth and shaping greater cultures.
I don't care where you go. If you go to an NBA game, if you go to a PTO meeting, you're gonna hear some hip hop. And so that music is just, it catches people and it excites them. And so living that hip hop and uplifting Black voices is what the key is, right? And understanding that my story may not be your story, but through hearing my story, you will grow. You will be able to learn more about this culture and who we are as a people.
From poverty to parties, from brutality to spirituality, from senseless death to knowledge of self, hip-hop boldly covers it all. And no matter how big it gets, where it goes, or how much it evolves, at its core, true hip-hop will always be the resounding voice for the once unheard. Word.
Want to get a closer look at the impact of Black music in America? Visit and support the National Museum of African American Music at nmaam.org.